Hey, Miss Suzy Williams, are you home?
I am. I'm looking out my window at about 7 inches of snow. So Chicago's cold.
You know, I gotta say, I've been watching on the news what's going on with everybody, and oh my gosh! And hopefully, by the time this airs, when your show is airing, it will have calmed down. But this California girl's watching people like sled down driveways because there's ice.
I know, I know. I'm originally from Missouri, which usually doesn't get a ton of snow, but my mom calls me every day with updates. And I guess the latest is they have 17 inches. I know. So I don't remember that when we were growing up. When we were growing up, we were happy with our little 3 inches that we were playing in. But
Right.
crazy here.
Well, hey, it's so time. What can you say to that, right? Time to get busy.
I'm happy.
So in case you guys haven't watched the show yet, Suzy announced on our show that when we were taping,
I announced that.
yay!
I got a baby inside me.
and what you don't know, because the show goes on, is in between segments, poor Suzy, she was lying down, perhaps running to the bathroom.
I was actually at one point, I was laying right outside of the bathroom, and a man came out of the bathroom and he hit me with the door, and he felt so bad. And I just said, I'm sorry, I'm pregnant. I just had to tell everybody. I was only 14 weeks, I think, but I had to tell everyone because I was so sick.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, from the hosting point of view, I didn't know. So you came off like a pro, Lady Bird. You came off like a pro, because I didn't know. I don't even know when I found out. And are you saying what it is?
It's a boy.
A name?
It's a boy. Well, we shared early on our names with our parents, and we got some really negative reactions.
Okay, then don't go there. Don't go there.
So we're kind of keeping our ideas close to the chest. And I'm still going back and forth a lot. I kind of think once he comes out, we'll know.
You'll know.
I don't know how that works.
You'll know. Well, I'm so happy for you. And you're due when? In a couple weeks or something?
Yeah, due in a few weeks, mid-February.
Okay, but before...
He might come on Valentine's.
Oh, on Valentine's?
He might. I mean, that would be a couple days early, but that'd be cool. He might not like it as a teenager, but I
was due on Valentine's, and my mom had me a month early. So you don't know.
Wow.
You don't know. So, okay, before this little kid comes out and turns your life upside down, you've got some cool stuff going on.
Yeah, well, slowly. I'm slowly making some cool stuff. Yeah, I'm measuring 5 times and cutting 3 times instead of measuring twice and cutting once. My brain is moving very, very slowly. But I do have, I don't know if you can see this. I think we covered this on the show.
I love that.
This is a mod. Thank you. There were these wonky triangles, and they're just meant for hand quilting, and I do a lot of hand quilting. And that is something I can do from bed, which is so good.
So when you hand quilt, do you use a hoop, or do you just do it by just kind of maneuvering the fabric?
I just kind of drape it, and I do that whole rocking motion. And when I first quilted this, it was the first time I'd ever hand quilted, and I was using a hoop. But I just, taking it out of the hoop, changing it, moving the hoop around. It was time I didn't really want to spend. So now I go for it.
Right. Yep. Well, I have to say that when we're hosting a show, I'm not really engaged in the whole thing. I'm worried about other stuff. But I was watching little sniglets of your show that's right now, and I forgot how smacked I was with your improvisational spoonflower designs. It was amazing, Suzy.
Oh, thank you. Well, I was watching our trailer, and I forgot how much fun I had. I think that's why I wasn't nauseous, because you were making me laugh the whole time.
Oh man! So how much are you using spoonflower still, or does it depend on the project or whatever?
Yeah, no, quite a bit. And this pattern I'm doing is actually fat quarter friendly. So what we did on the show was we did some painting, and we talked about how easy it was to make a fat quarter without having to think about a repeat. Because I think it's the repeat that gets people nervous about making their own fabric. And so, just that little 21 by 18, that's a fat quarter, right?
Something like that. Something like this.
Some-ish like that. Yeah, so, it works with this quilt, and it works with a lot of other quilts. So it's just easy and fun to do. So I'm still working with them a lot.
Well, let me tell you
Mhm.
something. I'm going to do a Skype with Meredith and Teresa because there are some rubber hits the road questions. And really, the whole thing is so consumer friendly. And
Yeah.
and honestly, when you took that one piece of fabric and had like 5 different motifs on it or something.
Oh yeah, that was actually different. Yeah, and I actually didn't design that. I mean, on the Spoonflower website, and it can be a little overwhelming because there's just thousands of pattern designs. But you find maybe a designer you like or some fabrics you like, and you can. It's called Filiard, and you can fill one big, huge. It's longer. I think it's 72 maybe.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Length or width. One of those two.
Yeah. But it was a big, huge piece of cloth that you could get all your pieces off of. I mean, duh.
With different fabrics. So with one cut of fabric, you can make an entire quilt. And that was another project I worked on with them, is I designed a quilt pattern that through just printing your 6 favorite fabrics through Filiard, you can then make this entire quilt pattern.
Now
really cool.
You're a big blogger, right?
I'm a blogger.
Are you able to stay on top of it right now?
That anything that allows me to hang out in bed, and chill. I am doing a great job staying on top of that because I can just relax in bed with my laptop. Yeah. So it's good. I do a lot of writing. I write on my blog, and I also, if you've heard of the magazine, Love Patchwork and Quilting magazine.
Yeah.
So it's a British magazine, but it's a really, really pretty modern quilt magazine. So I write a monthly column for them. So anything that actually doesn't make me get out of bed has been really nice. Oh, there's your little kitty.
I know. She's in here calling me. Where are you, Mom? Are you going to put on your blog when your baby's born and all that? Because come on, we're
I will
moms.
just for you.
Huh?
I will just for you. I think so. You might have to give me a couple days. We're actually, so this is my first baby, and we found out a few weeks ago that he's head up.
Oh,
so he's breech.
Okay.
I know. So I've gone down this rabbit hole of figuring out how to get him to turn. And there are all these stretches and moves. And at one point I was on an ironing board with my head down here, my legs up here. I know. And I didn't really like that one because when you're, 35 weeks pregnant, you don't really want your head down. And anyway, so I think he's still head up.
It's okay. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. My daughter did 2. First one was breech. No problem.
Yeah.
She'll be with you in spirit on this.
So you know what? That's one thing I love about the quilting community is there's a lot of moms and grandmas. And so I've kind of been posting about this on my social media, and I'm getting so much encouragement, great advice. I mean, it's been so good.
I wouldn't put you on an ironing board.
Well, one lady today told me to do a headstand, and I said, no. I don't think so.
And if he's breech, you'll be fine. So just take that and let it go, So,
yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for taking time to be with us today, but also making your way to Colorado. I think your show is just beautiful. Just beautiful.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, it was a pleasure. And I love this quilt in the background. I'm sure everyone's commenting on that.
That was supposed to be a class pattern, and it turned into a mammoth quilt. And I like the quilt behind you. Did you piece those triangles or applique them?
The one all the way back here?
No, right behind you, the gray and yellow. Gray, yellow, and white.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, no, those are just wonky triangles. It's actually the same way I made these triangles.
So they're pieced.
They're pieced.
Okay. I'm working on an applique quilt with applique triangles. Their little pointies have a problem, So.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, a lot of fraying.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. So much. And I love following what you're doing because you got it going on, Miss Suzy.
Well, I'm going to go on hiatus for a while, but hopefully I'll be back.
And what's the name of your blog spot?
SuzyQuilts.com.
Oh, just SuzyQuilts.com. You're not Blogspot. Okay, yeah.
That's right. So it's Suzy with a Z and a Y.
And then 6 weeks from now, if you ever wonder if you're going to sleep again, you are. So, Miss Suzy, we all wish you the best for your labor and delivery. And
Thank
I
you.
can't wait to see what you have up your sleeve next because you are clearly an incredibly creative person.
Oh, well, thank you. Probably a lot of baby quilts.
Exactly, exactly.